Good morning. Welcome to Great Transition Strategies Monday Morning Stand-Up. 5 minutes to get your week off to a great start and potentially give you something to make you a more effective leader. I'm Gary Slyman, and as an executive coach, I work with leaders all the time, just like you, to help make them more effective. All right, we're going to continue with where we were last week on team assessment. And what we came up with, I showed you, is I was working with a lab team, and what we used to help this team, this leader, assess her team, right? And it was a lab. So there's a lab team. So everything I do always related to you in your current work position, right? So you at the top, this individual had a couple labs, but this was the person running this particular lab. It was a lab, and we broke it up into two areas. So we broke it up hierarchically. So what's the hierarchy of the lab look like? And functionally. One side was production, one side was R&D. And there's the hierarchy. These are the lab techs getting the work done. These are the folks responsible for R&D and production. Then we also quickly came up with, how am I going to evaluate each of these individuals? And we wanted to keep it simple. So simple, technically, what's the knowledge, skills, and ability they need? Foundational knowledge, skills, and abilities. What's the specific knowledge, skills, and ability that they need? And we wanted to grade them. And you can see I have some grades out here. Leadership-wise, how are they performing as a leader? And what's their leadership potential? You know, when you hire someone, you're bringing them on board because they have some potential. You want something out of them. All right, so that's where we started. So what does this look like when you put it in place? So let me show you real quickly. What is all that stuff? All right. So we went through with this individual. We worked together and we graded each individual on her team with a score in each of these areas. And notice, so the scoring: green, good; 3, average; 1 and 2, red, fair, or poor. So we went and we scored each individual here. Okay, so what does this do for you? So when you look at this, you can look at this and it tells a story really, really quickly, right? So where's the green? Take a look at the green. All right, lots of green here. Look at this, green there. All right, so this is solid players here, right? Looks like I'm solid. A lot of green on the right side, on the technical side. Not as much on the left side as I may want. Okay, what about blue? Average. All right, so I'm seeing a lot of average there. Red. Happy to see there's not a lot of red here. So if I'm a leader looking at this thinking, okay, I don't have a lot of red, but I do need to address a couple of things. That's a performance issue. What's going on here? Big difference between potential. Okay, what's happening? I got someone in the R&D side that's not really good on the specific knowledge. Something I need to do. So really quickly, this gives you a snapshot where you look at it and go, oh, what do I need to do about this? Okay, so what's next? All right, so let me jump in front of it. So what's next? I want to give you a little bit of data first. Gallup does a poll each year. And did you know that in their poll from 2014, they started doing the workforce engagement survey. In that, they found that less than 1/3 of the U.S. workforce is fully engaged when they're at work. Less than 1/3. They also found in the same survey, 70% of the variability of engagement comes from how well they are led. Last point, millennials, the greatest population in the workforce today, when they're surveyed, the top thing that they ask for, that they want out of their career is career development and career progression. And not necessarily progression. So they want to be developed. So what does that tell you? So as you look at something like this, say you did this for your team, what's that telling you? To me, it's saying, one, I need to do development. That's what people want. And I need to focus on leadership. That's where I'm going to get the best results. Focus on leadership. So if you're looking at developing your team, which direction should you go? I'm thinking, go with leadership. And in this particular scenario, you can maybe that would make a big difference in this particular scenario where the leaders are. Okay, so they're here on the R&D side, not great, pretty good technically, not great on the leadership side. So if you want to make a difference in your organization, lead them well, you yourself, and 2, lead them well yourself and develop the leadership. Hope you found that helpful. It's one way to get started. I'd love an opportunity to talk with you and help you develop your team to make your team better. as I wrap up, I would say, I'll bet you in the next 30, if you take the next 30 minutes, you could probably do something like this for your team really, really quickly to get a quick snapshot of where your team is. Thanks for listening. Like I said, I love the opportunity to work with you. See you next week, Monday morning, 8:30 at the next stand-up. Have a great week.